if this is a girl that you like romantically, then you should make your intentions known. And I know it can be difficult in terms of your fear of possible rejection or your fear of possibly losing whatever kind of relationship you have with her right now. Perhaps you're more of an acquaintance right now, or just somebody that she banters with from time to time. But if you already know that you're attracted to her, then it's best to make your intentions known. One of the biggest mistakes that guys make is they think, oh, I'll be her friend first because then I'll be able to get her trust and I'll be able to warm her up to me. And yeah, in certain situations, by going that route, you can ultimately get to a point where you can date her by letting her know in time that you do like her. Yes, that has happened in the past. Indeed, there are people who have met their boyfriends and girlfriends from their friend circle, people that were already their friends. So it's very possible to be friends first with someone and ultimately date that person. But the problem with that is if that's the route you're going to take at this point, when you already know that you like her romantically and you're attracted to her, then you're opening yourself up to the likelihood that by going the route of being her friend first, you will stay there. You will essentially stay in that position and not be able to get out of it. Or you put yourself in a situation where, as you're trying to be her friend first, maybe hanging out with her from time to time, maybe doing homework with her or giving her rides to places, maybe just hanging out as a group for the most part and not doing too much one-on-one with her, maybe being someone she can confide in whenever she needs advice. If you go that route of being the friend first and doing all that stuff and you're putting in all this work over time, and then all of a sudden, one day she calls you and she says, hey, I met this guy and he seems really cool. Tell me what you think about him. And now you're heartbroken, right? You're thinking, hold on a second. I've spent the last 6 months building this quote unquote friendship with her. And now she tells me she's been talking to some guy. Well, here's the thing. She didn't know that you were looking at her in a romantic sense. She didn't know that you were attracted to her physically. You did not make any kind of move on her to that extent as far as letting her know that this is more than a friendship. So over the course of the last 6 months, she got comfortable with you, put you in that friend category, and then happened to meet this other new guy that she's talking to you about. So that's the danger when you already know that you're attracted to a girl and you like her romantically and deciding to be her friend first. That's the danger you fall into. Like I said earlier, yes, there have been lots of occasions where people have found a romantic partner within their friend circle. Absolutely. So it is possible. The problem with that, like I said, is there are no guarantees, and you open yourself up to spending and investing this amount of time only to find out later on that she sees you either too much as a friend now because it's been a while and she doesn't want to jeopardize that kind of relationship, or some other guy has come into the picture and she likes that guy now. So in order to avoid putting yourself in that situation, it's best to make your intentions known right now, because that sets the tone. That sets the tone. And what you will find that oftentimes when people meet their significant other within their friend circle, they started off as friends and weren't necessarily attracted to each other or romantically inclined towards each other. So that attraction developed over time as they were friends. But in your case, you already know that you're attracted to her. You already know that you would like to date this girl. So it's best that you make your intentions known, regardless of how unsure and fearful you may be. You should still do it, because that will save you wasting a whole lot of time building a friendship with someone that ultimately ends in just that, friendship.